And welcome back for Game 2 of a doubleheader here between Palomar and College of the Canyons as the Cougars drop Game 1 to Palomar in a 7-3 defeat. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Frieda. You're looking on at Whitten Field as the Cougars prepare for Game 2 here with the Palomar Comets, looking to split this doubleheader here on Saturday. Palomar with a impressive pitching effort from India Caldwell in the circle in Game 1, very nearly flirting with perfection as she had a no-hitter through 6 innings, but head coach Lacey Kraft opting to go to a new pitcher in the 7th inning, where the Cougars were finally able to open up and get some hits and runs on the board, as first pitch of this one is popped into foul territory along the first base side by Allison Amato, and Sabrina Engelbrecht is there to make the catch for the first out of the ball game. First pitch coming at 3:03. 75 degrees and not a cloud in the sky here in Santa Clarita, as Sam Flores is in the circle here for Game 2 and retires the first Comet that she faces. Her first pitch to Samara Martinez is low in the dirt, ball 1. Allie Melgar going the distance in Game 1. A 4-run 4th inning was her undoing in that one, as Martinez hits this one on the left side, picked up by Memory Munoz, and her throw on to first is true for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, number 9, right fielder Taylor Harrison.
So it'll bring up Taylor Harrison now with 2 away in the inning. Harrison playing in right field here in Game 2, as she did in Game 1. Took an offer in 4 at-bats, including 2 strikeouts. Coming into play today, had a .419 average on the year and 39 runs driven in. College of the Canyons dropping Game 1, and their record goes to 22-15-1 on the season. We're 12-7 entering play today at home here at Whitten Field. Now that drops to 12-8, and they had their 3-game winning streak snapped. They are 7-4 in conference play, good for 3rd in the Western State East Conference. They'll play this one here today before completing their season on Tuesday in a conference matchup with Antelope Valley College, who they trail in the standings by just 1 game. COC met with AVC on March 31st and dropped that game by a final score of 8-7. As Sam's 0-1 pitch is popped directly over the circle, and she's camped under it to make the catch for the final out. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Sam Flores. The Cougars coming up next.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above?
Leading off for the Cougars in batting first.
We go to the bottom of the first, and Alyssa Silva will lead things off. Here's the rest of the lineup as created by head coach John Wismath. Alyssa Silva followed by Lisa Motes, who's back in the lineup. Ashlyn Heck hits third, playing center field. Allie Melgar playing third base here in game 2 will hit cleanup. Julia Fuentes hits fifth. Brienne Tallfall is her playing left field. Sabrina Engelbrecht getting the start at first base will hit seventh, followed by Caitlin Soto and rounded out by Memory Munoz. And in the circle for Palomar will be Farah Stephanie. And Stephanie's first pitch is over for a called strike one. So India Caldwell with a minuscule ERA below 1, flirting with perfection and nearly a no-hitter in the first game of this doubleheader. But Farah Stephanie, in her own right, has been an absolute ace in the circle this year for Palomar. In 86 innings pitched, Farah with a 1.38 ERA has struck out 56 batters, just 17 earned runs on the season. And a big reason for Palomar's success as this one's grounded to the left side, picked up by Amato, and her throw on to first is in time to retire Soto for the first out.
Batting second, number 7, catcher Lisa Motes.
So it'll bring up Lisa Motes, who returns to the lineup for game 2 after sitting in game 1. Lisa having an excellent season, batting average up over 400 on the year. As Stephanie's first pitch comes in on the feet of Motes and misses for ball 1. One pitch looks almost exactly where the first pitch was, but he gets the called strike, and it goes even to 1-1 now. Here's the defensive alignment for Palomar. Schermerhorn in left, Terrasas in center, Harrison in right, Amato at third base, Martinez the shortstop, Russell Millen the second baseman, Hannah Beyer, who sat in game 1, plays first base here in game 2, and Elise Haas is the catcher and forms the battery with Farah Stephanie. Motes with a 2-1 count now, and Stephanie's pitch misses low in the dirt, and it's now 3-1. Lacey Kraft, the head coach for Palomar, a 2-time state champion in her time here, as Palomar will now have a quick mound visit from their pitching coach. Kraft was state champion in 2013. Her best season probably coming in 2015 when Palomar went 43-4 and won the state championship. And Kraft with 4 different 40-win seasons and second place finishes coming in 2018 and 2019. And Kraft actually a former player for the Palomar Comets. Was a third baseman for the team. And this a impressive Palomar team here. A 29-6 record overall, now 30-6 after the game 1 victory today. 10-2 in conference, and improved that road record to 19-2. As Stephanie's 3-1 pitch misses high, and Lisa Motes has a 1-out walk. It's really been the pitching that has carried Palomar. A team ERA of 1.00, second in the state of California. Just 31 earned runs and 217 innings pitched coming into today. And a big reason for that, of course, Caldwell. And as we mentioned, Stephanie, both with ERAs near 1 as Ashlyn Heck steps to the plate and checks her swing, but it misses low for ball 1. Palomar also a sound defensive team. A .970 fielding percentage, 27 errors in 35 games, now 28 after Russell Millen had one in the 4th inning of game 1, and that in fact was the first base runner of the game for the Cougars. as Ashlyn Heck hits a little tap to the left side. Amato up with it and her throw across the diamond in time for the second out. So Amato busy here on the hot corner in the first inning. She charges that ball, and her throw gets Ashlyn Heck as Lisa Motes goes down to second. And Allie Melgar will step into the box. First pitch to Melgar, slapped on the right side. That gets through into right field. Lisa Motes rounding third. The throw to home plate from Harrison, not in time, and Motes scores the first run of the afternoon for the Cougars. Down to second goes Allie Melgar, and she has an RBI single and an early lead for COC.
Batting fifth, number 8, right fielder.
So first pitch swinging, and Allie Melgar hits it in right field past a diving Russell Millen as it trickles out into right field. Harrison's throw was on target, but Lisa Motes gets the wave around third base from John Wismath, and she scores standing. And so a first inning run for COC, who didn't strike pay dirt until the bottom of the 7th inning in game 2.
Second base, Vanessa Reyes.
So Julia Fuentes will step into bat. Vanessa Reyes pinch runs for Allie Melgar at second. And Stephanie's first pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. Up with the generous strike zone low and inside on right-handers so far early in this one. Fuentes hits this one in the right field. Harrison fields it on a hop. Vanessa Reyes is going to go around third and slide into home with the second run of the inning for the Cougars.
Batting sixth, number
So
18,
back-to-back
left fielder,
2-out singles for the Cougars bring home 2 runs. And COC out to an early 2-0 lead. And now Brianne Tall stands in with Fuentes on first. First pitch swinging, hits it on the ground to Martinez. She fields it on a hop, and a throw across the diamond is in time to end the inning. But the Cougars with 2 first inning runs, and they lead this one 2-0 after 1.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
To the top of the second we go. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Palomar. Alexia Terrazas, Kelly Nutter, and Malachi Russell Millen. Sam Flores with a 1-2-3 first inning. And looking for more of the same here now, staked to a 2-0 lead. Her first pitch to Terrazas misses high, ball 1. One 0 pitch is skied overhead and out of play. Terraza, starting in both games this afternoon, was 1 for 3 in game 1, including a walk, hitting .361 on the season with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. And she shows bunt and fouls it right off her helmet. And fortunate to have her face mask on, and she appears to be okay. Maybe a little shaken up. As she walks down toward the third baseline and chats with head coach Lacey Kraft. Give her a second to shake it off. Softball state poll of California was released on April 20th, and Palomar ranking 4th in that most recent poll. COC ranked 20th in the state of California. Prior to game 1 loss, had won their previous game, and that made it 3 in a row for COC. They beat LA Mission in a conference victory, a 13-5 run rule shortened win. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled down the left field line. Ali Melgar and Brianne Tall give it chase, but it goes out of play. And Flores gets ahead 1-2. One-two pitch chopped to the right side. Up with it is Silva, and she throws on first for the first out of the second inning.
Batting fifth, number 12, designated player, Kelly Nutter.
So one away, and Kelly Nutter, the designated player, will stand in. Nutter with an RBI single to open the scoring in game 1 of this doubleheader. She shows bunt, but pulls back, and this first pitch swing, but it goes foul and out of play. Nutter was 1 for 4 in game 1, including a sacrifice fly, or rather sac bunt. Showing bunt again here, but with nobody aboard. A 1 pitch, takes for a called strike 2. And Sam Flores certainly locating her pitches well early on here in this one. Nutter hitting .288 on the season with 20 runs driven in. 0-2 pitch from Flores, a rise ball that stays high. And the count goes to 1-2. Malachi Russell Millen waits on deck. Nutter showing bunt, pulls back again, hits this one back up the middle and through into center field for the first Palomar base hit of game 2. So Nutter works her way back from a 0-2 count and is able to find some grass in center field for the first Palomar base runner of this game. And now Malachi Russell Millen will stand in. Russell Millen with an RBI base knock in the Palomar 4th inning of game 1 as Flores' first pitch stays high and it's 1-0. Russell Millen hitting .330 on the year with 19 RBIs. Nutter on first. 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen, and Flores gets it even now at 1-1. Nutter with 6 stolen bases on the year. But hasn't stolen one since March 30th. We'll see if Lacey Kraft has her in motion here. 1-1 pitch just catches the bottom of the zone. And Sam Flores ahead once again here, 1-2. This is a Palomar team that really has been carried by their pitching and defense. I mentioned some of their statistics before. They are ranked 6th in the state of California in terms of runs scored with 284, as Flores' 1-2 misses high. Lisa Moats thinks about back picking on Nutter at first, but returns the ball to Flores. Just 10 home runs on the year for the Comets. That ranks 28th in California as compared to the Cougars' 18 home runs, which is good for 13th in the state. 2-2 misses wide, and Russell Millen now runs the count full. Palomar does hit for average, though, 376 as a team for 4th in the state of California, and they are active on the bases. 7th in California with 78 on the year. 3-2, a little nubber right back to Flores in the circle. She picks it up, but Memory Munoz wasn't at second in time to cover as Flores' throw is in the dirt and everybody's safe. So a little English on that ball off the bat of Russell Millen. Flores with plenty of time to try to get the lead runner Nutter at second. But Memory Munoz a little late getting over to the bag, and Flores having to wait on her throw ends up putting it in the dirt. And so now it'll be runners at first and second with one out for Hannah Bayer. First pitch to Bayer is in the zone for a strike. Defensive alignment for your Cougars. Brianne Tall in left field, Ashlyn Heck in center, Julia Fuentes in right, Ali Melgar at third base, Memory Munoz the shortstop, Caitlin Soto the second baseman, Sabrina Engelbrecht at first, and Lisa Moats forms the battery with Sam Flores, who is working with some second inning trouble right now after being staked to the 2-0 lead. It's actually Alyssa Silva at second. As this one's chopped on the ground to Melgar. She picks it up, tags the base at third. Her throw across the diamond is called off the bag. Ali Melgar fielding that one cleanly, wisely stepping on third to get the lead runner. Her throw across the diamond, though, takes Sabrina Engelbrecht off the bag. And so that will negate the inning-ending double play. And the second will continue for the Comets. Elise Haas will now stand in. Haas 1 for 3 in game 1 as Flores dents the outside corner with that one for strike 1. In the middle of the second, COC leading 2-0 after a few first inning runs off the bat of Ali Melgar and Julia Fuentes. This pitch is popped up behind the plate. Lisa Moats giving it a look, but it hits off the screen. And so the count will go to 0-2 now. Flores looks at the wrist, gets ready now. Here's her 0-2. Popped up on the infield. Calling for it is Ali Melgar, and she'll make the catch to retire the side. So a threat from the Comets, but Sam Flores is able to escape unscathed. Cougars lead 2-0 after 1.5.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
Cougars in batting 7. Number 21, first baseman Sabrina Engelbrecht.
Sabrina Engelbrecht will try to get things going here in the bottom of the second for the Cougars. It'll be Engelbrecht followed by Caitlin Soto and then Memory Munoz before they turn things over to the top of the order. Stephanie back in the circle for her second inning of work. Her first pitch is chopped to the right side. Russell Millen charging, picks it up, and her throw on to first in time to beat Engelbrecht for the first out.
Batting 8. Number 3, designated player Caitlin Soto.
So Caitlin Soto, the designated player, will come to bat now. Soto did not start game 1, but pinch hit in the 7th inning and drew a walk. She would come around to score on Ashlyn Heck's triple. As Stephanie's 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner, and it's 1-1. One pitch from Stephanie runs high, and Soto gets ahead now 2-1. Soto coming into play today with a .269 average and 5 runs driven in. She shows bunt and gets one down, but it's foul. As Elise Haas picked it up in the right-handed batter's box, and so Soto will return with a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Two pitches swung on and missed, and Soto's down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
Batting 9, the shortstop, number 17, Memory Munoz.
So Memory Munoz will step in now. Memory 0 for 1 in game 1, striking out to India Caldwell. She was pinch hit for with Gabriela Gonzalez in the 6th inning, who was also a strikeout victim at the hands of India Caldwell. 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen. India Caldwell with 7 strikeouts in game 1. But Lacey Kraft opting for their quote-unquote closer in Alyssa Domingo to start the 7th inning. A leadoff single from Alyssa Silva broke up the no-hitter, followed by a walk and then a 2-run triple from Ashlyn Heck. As Munoz takes low, and she's well ahead 3-1, and Lacey Kraft decided she'd seen enough and went back to Caldwell, who surrendered a single, RBI single, to Julia Fuentes, but was able to retire the next 2 Cougars, and Brianne Tall and Sabrina Engelbrecht, as Munoz serves this one back up the middle for a 1-out single. So it's a 2-out base hit for Memory Munoz, and that'll turn things back over to the top of the lineup now for Alyssa Silva. Silva 0 for 1 here in this game 2 of a doubleheader between Palomar and College of the Canyons. Takes a first pitch ball. Farrah Stephanie making her 15th start of the season. Her 1-0 pitch is hit down the left field line, but it'll go foul and out of play. Farrah last appeared on April 21st versus San Diego Mesa, pitching just 1 inning, but struck out the side in an 8-0 shutout victory for Palomar. Her 1-1 pitch nicks the outside corner, and Silva falls behind now 1-2. Munoz leads from first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Cougars leading this one 2-0. Pitch from Stephanie, chopped to the left side, and Amato up with it, and her throw on to first in time to get Silva for the final out of the inning. We're through 2 here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead the Comets 2-0.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry you choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly.
For the Comets, and batting ninth, number 2, left fielder Angelique Schermerhorn.
Top of the third, and it'll be the bottom of the lineup for Palomar, Angelique Schermerhorn, before they turn it over to Allison Amato and Samara Martinez here in the third. Schermerhorn, 1 for 3 in game 1 with a base knock in the 4th inning that drove home a run. First pitch from Flores is low and in the dirt, ball 1. Schermerhorn hitting .242 on the year and driving home her 5th RBI in the first one of this twin slate. 1-0 pitch, and Schermerhorn shows bunt. Out of the circle is Flores. Her throw goes high, but Engelbrecht able to keep her foot down on the bag for the first out. So a bunt that goes right directly in front of the circle. Sam Flores burst out of it and picked it up. Her throw a little high, but Sabrina Engelbrecht able to stretch and keep her toe on the bag for the first out of the inning. So now the top of the lineup for Palomar as Allison Amato shows bunt. He pulls it back now, and first pitch from Flores is low and on the feet of Amato, 1-0. Amato popped out to Engelbrecht in foul territory. Her first at-bat to lead this game off. Was 0 for 4 in game 1 of the twin killing. But hitting .528 on the year far and away leads this Palomar team. A team that, as we mentioned, has a high average. This one skied into left field. Camped under it, though, is Bree Tall, and she'll reel it in for the second out of the inning. So Amato gives that one a ride, but not quite far enough as Brianne Tall makes the catch, and it'll bring Samara Martinez to the plate with nobody aboard. First pitch to Martinez on the way, and just gets the inside corner for strike 1. Martinez grounded out to Memory Munoz at short back in the first inning. As Flores dents the inside corner once again, and she's quickly ahead 0-2. Home plate umpire today certainly favoring that inner half of the plate on right-handers, and Sam Flores just continues to go to the well. 2 outs, no one on, and an 0-2 count. Here's Flores' pitch, and it's slapped into left field, but coming on is pretty tall to make the catch for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits. Middle of the third, Cougars lead Palomar 2-0.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a one-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 7, pitcher Lisa Moats.
Bottom 3 here at Whitten Field. Cougars leading Palomar 2-0. It'll be Lisa Moats, Ashlyn Heck, and Allie Melger to start things off for the Cougars. Moats drew a walk in the first inning and would later come around to score on an RBI single for Melgar. Takes Stephanie's first pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Moats did not play in game 1, getting a rest, but here in game 2 and showing why she's such a big part of this Cougar offense as she fouls one down the right field line. Lisa hitting .413 with a .474 on base percentage. That leads the Cougars. Also has 4 home runs and 22 RBIs on the season. Stephanie's 1-1 pitch is fouled back overhead and out of play. And Moats falls behind 1-2. Moats with a little 10-game hitting streak, looking to extend it here as Stephanie's rise ball rises a little too high. And the count evens at 2-2. Lisa with base hits dating back to an April 2nd matchup with El Camino. And chops this one on the right side, just past Stephanie out of the circle. Up with it is Russell Millen, and her throw on to first is just in time to retire Lisa Moats for the first out of the third inning.
Center fielder Ashlyn Heck.
Stephanie burst out of the circle to her left, flailed a glove at it, but it went just underneath. But fortunately for the Palomar starting pitcher, her second baseman, Russell Millen, was there to clean up after her and make a throw on to Bayer at first just in time to get Moats. This one goes back up the middle and off the knee of Stephanie and out to the left side of the infield. It'll be an infield knock for Heck, but now the real concern is if Stephanie is okay. Ashlyn Heck, first pitch swinging, and a one-hopper right off the right knee of Stephanie in the circle. Went to the left side of the infield in between Martinez and Amato, and was really no chance to throw Heck out. It appears Stephanie's okay as she waves off the trainer and her head coach. Gives a high five to a few of her teammates and says she's ready to go back to work. So it's a base knock for Ashlyn Heck. And it'll bring in Allie Melgar, who started the scoring here for the Cougars today with an RBI single on the first pitch she saw in the first inning. She goes after the first pitch here in this at-bat and comes up empty on an off-speed pitch from Stephanie. Heck, always a threat to run, and she was in the move, and now another ball off the leg of Stephanie. It's picked up by Russell Millen, and she throws on to Bayer to retire Melgar at first, but back-to-back batters hit comebackers right off of the leg of Stephanie, the Palomar starting pitcher. And now the trainers and head coach Lacey Kraft are out there, and they might really ask her to take a moment now and really make sure she is okay. Ashlyn Heck, first pitch swinging, hit one off the right leg of Stephanie. She waved off the trainers, went back to work, and then Allie Melgar hits one off the left leg of Stephanie. And some concern, of course, from both dugouts, both teams, and the training staff here at Whitten Field. But Stephanie says she's okay, and she is ready to go back to work. Always a scary thought, being a pitcher and the potential for comebackers. That's why you see a lot of softball pitchers with the face mask covering their face like Sam Flores does for the Cougars. In any case, Stephanie ready to go back to work with 2 outs here in the third, and Allie Melgar leading from second. Her first pitch to Julia Fuentes just misses the outer half of the plate, and it's 1-0. Fuentes with an RBI single in the first. That stretched the Cougars' lead to 2-0. That's where we sit right now with 2 outs here in the third. 1-0 pitch stays high, and Fuentes well ahead now, 2-0. And what a display of toughness from Stephanie. Not only to take one comebacker off one leg, but then the very next batter, another one off of the other leg. But she falls behind Fuentes, 3-0 now. Inning began, Lisa Motes grounded out to Russell Millen at second. Ashlyn Heck with the single off the leg of Stephanie, as she walks Fuentes on 4 pitches, and it'll put runners at first and second for Bree Tall.
Fielder Brianne Tall.
After Ashlyn Heck hit the comebacker off Stephanie, Allie Melgar did, but Russell Millen, the second baseman, able to collect the ricochet and throw on to first to retire Melgar. But now a 2-out walk to Julia Fuentes, and the Cougars once again threatening here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, already leading 2-0. Tall stands in. She grounded out to Martinez at short in her first at-bat. First pitch from Stephanie is over, and she gets back into the strike zone, 0-1. Tall 0-for-3 in game 1 of this doubleheader, and she taps a little comebacker to Stephanie, who's able to handle that one and flip on to first for the final out of the inning. So a hit, a walk, but no runs come across as Stephanie toughs out after being hit in the leg with 2 different comebackers after 3 innings here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead Palomar 3-0.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Here at IQ, which stands for Institute for Culinary Education at College of the Canyons, we offer 3 certificates: a baking and pastry certificate, a culinary arts certificate, and a wine studies certificate, as well as an associate's degree in the culinary arts. We are an accelerated program, so you can finish between a year and a year and a half. We create a culinary community here at College of the Canyons.
Top four here at Whitten Field. Cougars leading this one 2-0 after dropping game one to the Comets 7-3. It'll be Taylor Harrison, Alexia Terrazas, and Kelly Nutter for Palomar to open the fourth. And Sam Flores back in the circle with 3 scoreless innings under her belt. First pitch misses high and wide, ball 1. Harrison 0 for 1 in game 2. And hitless on the day, was held hitless as well in the first game of the doubleheader. 4 at-bats and couldn't reach base in any of them. A 1 pitch is skied into left field, deep but foul and out of play. Sam Flores came into today with a 4.34 ERA over 109 innings pitched. This is her 22nd start of the year, as her 1-1 pitch misses low in the dirt. Most recent outing coming on April 19th, when she went 6 innings, giving up 6 hits and just 1 run in a 9-1 victory for College of the Canyons. 2-1 pitch from Flores is popped up, but this one's going to go back overhead and out of play. And so it'll run the count to 2-2. The Western State East Division standings, Bakersfield still perfect at 12-0, sit atop of them. Antelope Valley 8-3, and they in fact completed a doubleheader sweep of San Diego Mesa on Friday. And the Cougars 7-4, trailing right behind them. But the final game of the season, which will be on Tuesday, will be versus Antelope Valley here at Whitten Field. And it will also be sophomore day, where the Cougar sophomores will be honored before they move on in their careers. But an excellent opportunity to tie Antelope Valley for second place, and then it'll just come down to tiebreakers, as the 2-2 pitch is hit down the left field line, but just foul. And a little bit of a battle here between Harrison and Flores. Palomar, meanwhile, after their Game 1 victory, are 30-6 on the year, 10-2 in conference, and they lead the Pacific Coast Division ahead of Imperial Valley, San Diego Mesa, and Southwestern. 2-2 pitch from Flores stays high, and the count runs full. Sam's done well to avoid any leadoff runners in this game. The 3-2 pitch hit down the left field line, and coming into foul territory is Bree Tall to make the catch. Bree Tall had to go a long way to get that one. It very narrowly stayed in play. It was up against the screen and fence down the left field line, but hustling over and makes the catch to retire Harrison for the first out of the inning. So Sam Flores continues the trend. That's now 4 innings, and she's retired all 4 leadoff batters in each of them. Bring up Alexia Terrazas, who fouls this one to the left side and out of play. Brital's been active out there in left field today. That's 3 consecutive fly ball outs that she has recorded for Flores here, dating back to the top of the third. A 1 from Flores is low and in the dirt, and it will even things up at 1-1. One fouled back to the screen, and Flores gets ahead now 1-2. Flores has been a great spell for Ali Melgar, who has been the ace for the Cougars, but of course can't pitch every game. And Sam Flores has been an excellent second option throughout the entire season, as this one is crushed into left field, and you could kiss that one goodbye into the trees. A solo moonshot for Alexia Terrazas, and she gets the Comets on the board. It's 2-1 now.
Number 12, designated player Kelly Nutter.
So Alexia Terrazas pounds the 2-2 pitch into left field and very nearly onto the football field where the scoreboard is. Hit high into the trees out there beyond the left field fence. And it was an absolute no-doubter off the bat. Sam Flores trying to get back on track now. Her first pitch to Kelly Nutter is fouled back to the screen, 0-1. For Terrazas, her third home run of the year. And her 19th RBI. Had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this is not a home run hitting team for Palomar. Just 10 and now 11 on the season, which ranks 28th in the state as compared to the Cougars' 18 home runs, which is good for 13th in California. Flores is 0-2, misses wide, and it's now 1-2. Two pitch is fouled back and overhead, and right near us over here in the booth. But fortunately, everyone appears to be okay back here. Nutter's 1 for 1 in game 2. Had a single in the second inning, but was stranded by Flores. Sam's 2-2. This one hit deep to left field, but it'll go foul. Kelly Nutter bidding for back-to-back home runs on the tail of Terrazas' shot, which we can now confirm hit the scoreboard for the football field, which is out of focus, or out of view rather, on our broadcast, but was a tape measure shot off the bat of the Comet center fielder. 2-2 off-speed pitch hit in the center field, and Ashlyn Heck leaves her feet for a terrific diving catch. Ashlyn Heck outdoing herself. A rope of a shot from Kelly Nutter, who was looking for her second hit of this game, but Heck, with different thoughts, goes fully horizontal and comes up with a diving catch for the second out of the inning. Now Flores' first pitch to Malachi Russell Millen misses high, ball 1. Ashlyn Heck always hustling and showing displays of athleticism, and that one right there, a prime example of it. 1-0 catches the inside corner, and Flores evens things up. It'll go down as an F8, but it was far more impressive than it sounds for Ashlyn Heck. Flores ready now. Her 1-1 is hit into left field and down the line and fair. Bree Tall cuts it off, and that'll hold Russell Millen to a 2-out single.
baseman Hannah Meyer.
So Russell Millen aboard for the second time in game 2, and Hannah Bayer will stand in. Rolled into a fielder's choice to Ali Melgar at third, her first time up. First pitch from Flores, in on the feet, ball 1. That's now 3 consecutive hard-hit balls off of Flores. A home run from Terrazas. A hit from Kelly Nutter that Ashlyn Heck was able to make a terrific dive and grab on, and now the single from Russell Millen. But this one just a little pop-up behind the circle, but it's gonna fall behind Flores and down for a base hit. That ball not hit very hard by Bayer, but with a little bit of funky spin on it, and it turned Flores around in the circle. Emery Munoz and Ali Melgar came charging in, but with such little hang time on that one, it falls right in between them all, and it's going to go down as a base hit. And now Flores dealing with 2 runners aboard for Elise Haas, who takes a first pitch strike. Haas popped out in her first at-bat, but had an RBI single in game 1 of the doubleheader. And this one's fouled back and out of play. And Flores ahead 0-2. Sam nursing a 2-1 lead with runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the 4th. Her 0-2 pitch to Haas, chopped on the right side. Up with it is Silva. Her throw on to first very nearly wide, but Sabrina Engelbrecht able to keep her foot on the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. So a couple of hits, including the moonshot from Alexia Terrazas, but just 1 run across. The Cougars still lead in this one after 3.5, 2-1.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Bottom 4 here at Whitten Field. Cougars still leading 2-1. It'll be Sabrina Engelbrecht, Caitlin Soto, and Memory Munoz. As Stephanie's first pitch misses low. Cougars open the game with 2 runs in the first. A blast off of the bat of Alexia Terrazas has now cut that lead in half. And COC will now look to go back to work and get some more runs for their pitcher, Sam Flores. Stephanie showing no ill effects after taking 2 comebackers off the leg in the bottom of the 3rd, as Engelbrecht hits this one deep into left center field, but tracking it is Terrazas to make the catch. So Engelbrecht gives it a ride, but Terrazas all over this one and reels it in for the 1st out of the inning. So it looks like we'll have a change now here As Caitlin Soto's spot was due up. She is the designated player. But Coach John Wismat chatting with the home plate umpire, and it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter.
Please now batting for Soto. Number 10, Sophia Trujillo.
And it is Sophia Trujillo who will pinch hit for Soto. Takes a first pitch strike from Stephanie and now swings over another heater, and she's behind 0-2. Trujillo hitting .220 on the season. And hits this one to the right side, giving chase is Haas out of the crouch, but it'll fall for a foul ball. Trujillo appearing in her 22nd game, 9 hits in 41 at-bats. She has driven in 5 runs on the year. Getting an opportunity here in the bottom of the 4th. 0-2 pitch misses inside, and that draws some oohs and ahs from both dugouts and the crowd. But the count now 1-2. One-two pitch from Stephanie. Hit on the left side. Amato over, but it goes foul. And so we will do it again. Stephanie with a number of complete games this year. And maybe asked to do the same here today as she gets Trujillo swinging, and that's the second out of the inning. So it'll be Memory Munoz who will come to bat with 2 outs, just as she did in the bottom of the 2nd. Was able to hit one back up the middle for a single in that at-bat, and takes a first pitch low and on the feet for ball 1. Munoz fouls this one off to the right to even things up. Munoz was 0 for 1, struck out in her only at-bat in the first game. The strikeout of Trujillo there, the previous batter, just the second of this game for Stephanie, who gets one over on the inner half of the plate and gets ahead 1-2. And that was one of the things we highlighted prior to the start of this one. Stephanie not really relying on the strikeout, just 56 and 86 innings pitched. But she gets Munoz swinging on this one and strikes out back-to-back batters to end the 4th inning. We're through 4 here at Whitten Field. Cougars lead Palomar 2-1.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
To the top of the fifth, leading off for Palomar.
Top
number
5.
two, left fielder
Beautiful day in Santa Clarita. Not a sky in the clouds. 75 degrees. Almost no wind to speak of. Great day to play 2. Palomar taking the first game of the doubleheader, 7-3. And we open up the 5th inning with COC leading game 2, 2-1. Briangelique Schermerhorn leading things off. First pitch swinging, hits a pop-up along the third base line, and Ali Melgar over and makes the call for a first pitch out.
number 24, third baseman Allison Amato.
So we'll turn things over to the top of the lineup now. And Allison Amato, who is hitless in her only 2 at-bats here in game 2, steps in. First pitch from Flores, hit in the center field. Ashlyn Heck giving ground, but makes the catch for the second out. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Sam Flores here in the 5th. And after a laborious 4th inning, it's just what the doctor ordered for Sam, who will look to go deep into this one. Her first pitch now to Samara Martinez, and that one goes high, and it's 1-0. So no 3-pitch inning, but Sam Flores doing well to get the first 2 outs here on 2 pitches as she goes back to work against Martinez. And it's a little nubber on the left side. Munoz charging up with it. Her throw on to first is true, and it's a 4-pitch inning for Sam Flores. If you blinked, you might have missed it. The Cougars retire the Comets in the 5th. After 4.5 here at Whitten Field, Cougars lead 2-1.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub?
Bottom 5, no, you didn't miss anything. It really was a 4-pitch inning for Sam Flores in the top of the 5th. She retires Schermerhorn on 1 pitch, Amato on 1 pitch, and then Samara Martinez grounds out to Memory Munoz on the 2nd pitch she saw. And so the Cougars will go back to work now in the batter's box. First pitch from Stephanie nicks the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Silva 0 for 2 is grounded out to Amato at 3rd in both of her at-bats. And punches this one into center field, but under it is Terrazas to make the grab. So Soto is 0 for 3, and it'll bring in Lisa Moats. Moats 0 for 1. She did draw a walk in the 1st inning and scored the first Cougars run, but looking to extend that 10-game hitting streak now. She takes first pitch from Stephanie, low for ball 1. Not out of the question to see India Caldwell reappear in this game. Alyssa Domingo may also be called upon. Excellent numbers. She was hit around a little bit in the 7th inning of the 1st game. But really, any option's a good one for this Palomar pitching staff. There are 3 pitchers of record, all with ERAs below 1.40. Moats' 2-0 pitch. She hits it to the right side, and Russell Millen picks it up and her throw on to first in time. And just like that, 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 5th. So Moat's in danger of losing her 10-game hitting streak. And it'll bring in Ashlyn Heck. Heck with a single in the 3rd. She didn't come around to score or drive in a run, but notable because it was one of 2 different comebackers to hit off the leg of Stephanie in the circle. Farrah Stephanie taking that one off her right shin. The very next batter, Ali Melgar, hit one off her left shin, but has shown no displays of weakness from it, as she has put up zeros ever since the 1st inning. She has a 1-1 count on Heck and looking to get her 2nd consecutive 1-2-3 inning here. 1-1 pitch. Just dents the outside corner. Good pitch from Stephanie, and she gets ahead 1-2. Heck opened the scoring in game 1 for the Cougars. They'd in fact been held hitless through 6 innings before a single from Alyssa Silva, a walk from Caitlin Soto, and then a 2-run triple from Heck. She hits this one deep to center field. Going back on it, though, is Terrazas, and she has room to make the catch in front of the wall. So back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Farrah Stephanie. She settled in nicely. We're through 5 here at Whitten Field. The Cougars leading the Comets 2-1.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Top 6, and Taylor Harrison will lead it off for Palomar. She'll be followed by Alexia Terrazas, who hit her solo home run back in the 4th, and then Kelly Nutter. Sam Flores going to work here in the 6th inning with a 2-1 lead. Her first pitch to Harrison comes in on the feet, and it's ball 1. So Palomar will win the Pacific Coast Division with their 10-2 record. They completed conference play on Thursday. They have 1 game remaining on Tuesday with College of the Desert, as this one's hit deep down the left field line, but it'll go foul. An almost unfathomable stat for Palomar. They've scored 107 runs in conference play as compared to just allowing 10 runs to their opponents. A nearly 100-run differential, and just the fact they've only allowed 10 runs to score over 12 games is impressive. This one's hit deep to left field, giving ground is tall, but she makes the one-handed catch right in front of the wall for the first out. So Taylor Harrison making a bid with a game-tying home run, but Brianne Tall able to glide back and make the catch for the first out of the top of the 6th inning. Terrazas now, who homered, shows bunt. She gets it down in front of the circle. Flores' throw is low, though, and can't be handled by Engelbrecht. And it'll be a one-out base runner for Palomar in the 6th.
Number 12, designated player, Kelly.
So Alexia Terrazas, who hit a ball probably further than I've ever seen hit here at Whitten Field, showing bunt on first pitch. It wasn't exactly a great one. It was right in front of the circle. Sam Flores out of it in time and making the throw to first, but a little low, and Engelbrecht couldn't handle it there. And so Terrazas now representing the tying run at first, as Kelly Nutter stands in and takes one low on the feet, and it's 1-0. It's going to be a tough play no matter what, given the speed of Terrazas. But Flores, a good job getting out to it in time as this one's hit deep to left field. Brianne Tull measuring it, though, and she reels it in for the second out of the inning. So a couple hard-hit balls off of Flores here in the 6th, but Brianne Tull equal to the task on both of them. And Flores now with 2 outs and looking to strand the tying run at first. Malachi Russell Millen will stand in. Takes a first pitch breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Russell Millen with a base knock in the 4th inning. Also reached on an error in the 2nd. No pitch from Flores, misses wide, and now Lisa Motes with a back pick to check in on Terrazas, but she dives back in safely. .2-0 pitch from Flores. She gets back in the zone with a fastball in the inner half of the plate. Sam hasn't dealt with a leadoff base runner in any of her 6 innings here in Game 2. Only blemish, a 1-out home run in the 4th off the bat of Terrazas, but this one gets away from Lisa Motes into the backstop, and down to second goes Terrazas. So Russell Millen stands in with a 3-1 count, and Terrazas at second, representing the tying run. Pitch from Flores, just on the inside corner, and Russell Millen thought she had ball 4 and a walk, but instead will come back to the box with a 3-2 count. Home plate umpire's been giving that inner half of the plate on right-handed batters all afternoon, and he did it again. Here's the 3-2 from Flores, and it's off the knee of Flores in the circle, but Sabrina Engelbrecht picks it up. She tries to apply the tag, and now there's confusion between the 2 umpires. And the call on the field is that Sabrina Engelbrecht did not tag Malachi Russell Millen on her way to first. And perhaps a dispute of whether Russell Millen was out of the baseline or not. And now the umpires are going to get together and discuss. It looked like Engelbrecht was able to apply the tag. That ball was hit right off of Sam Flores' knee and over along the first base line. Sabrina Engelbrecht with the presence of mind to go pick it up and attempted to apply the tag on Russell Millen for what would have been the 3rd out of the inning. But the home plate umpire and the infield umpire both seemed as if they didn't have a call, and so they simply called her safe. And now they're discussing as John Wismath looks on, standing on the 3rd base line. And they are going to, in fact, call Russell Millen safe at first. And now John Wismath going to chat with the home plate umpire about the call. I wonder if his dispute is about whether Russell Millen went out of the baseline or whether the tag was in fact applied from this vantage point. And granted, it's a little bit obstructed. It looked like Engelbrecht applied the tag. But Wismath perhaps arguing whether Russell Millen was out of the baseline. In any case, the umpires have deemed her safe, and it's going to put runners at the corners with 2 outs. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Palomar as Lacey Kraft gives the home plate umpire her changes. And it's going to be Mackenzie Lefebvre.
Number 34, Mackenzie Lefebvre.
Could be Lefebvre, maybe Lefebvre. Cougars lead 2-1 in the 2-1 in the 2. Here's Flor. And it's popped up on the Memory Munoz making the call, and she makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So a little bit of a dispute there, but the next pitch, Sam Flores able to induce an inning-ending pop-out off the bat of Mackenzie Lefebvre and keep the Cougars lead at 2-1. Middle of the 6th.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
Encountering some technical difficulties here as we begin the bottom of the 6th. It's a first pitch pop-up from Allie Melgar that's handled in left field by Schermerhorn for the first out of the inning. So a controversial top of the 6th. But in the end, it's no harm, no foul as Sam Flores induces a first pitch pop-up from the pinch hitter Mackenzie Lefebvre for the final out of the inning, and the Cougars retain their 2-1 lead. Julia Fuentes stands in now. Julia's reached base twice today and has an RBI single in the first. She takes a 1-0 pitch on the corner. And Stephanie gets it even, now 1-1. Stephanie's pitch to Fuentes. Hit right back up the middle and under the glove of Stephanie and into center field for a 1-out base knock. So Julia Fuentes is 2 for 2 and has reached safely in all 3 of her at-bats. And it'll bring up Brianne Tall. Cougars looking for a very important insurance run before heading to the top of the 7th here. First pitch to Tall. Julia Fuentes with a big secondary lead, but gets back to first as Tall watches Stephanie's first pitch miss low and inside. Sabrina Engelbrecht on deck. She gave a ball a ride back in the 5th inning. Was ultimately reeled in by Terrazas in center field, just a few feet in front of the fence. Tall looks down to Coach Wismath on the third base coaching box and gets the sign. Here's the 1-1 from Stephanie. And it looks like it's a foul ball as it hit off of the leg of Bree. Looked like Julia Fuentes was in motion on that pitch. We'll see if she is again now with 2 strikes on Tall. Bree looking for her first hit of this one. 1-2 pitch. And just a bit high. Stephanie didn't miss by much. But a good take from Tall. And she stays alive and runs the count even at 2-2. And perhaps now Fuentes will again be in motion with the 2-2 count. Stephanie's ready, goes into the windup, and here's her pitch. Fuentes is going. Bree Tall strikes out swinging, but Fuentes slides in safely with the stolen base.
Number 21, first baseman Sabrina Engelbrecht.
So Bree Tall goes 0 for 3 on the afternoon, but Julia Fuentes with a good jump steals second base and puts a runner in scoring position for Sabrina Engelbrecht with a very important insurance run 180 feet away. First pitch from Stephanie just misses, and Engelbrecht ahead 1-0. Engelbrecht made a bid for a home run back in the 4th inning. It was just a few feet in front of the center field fence, but Terrazas was able to make the catch as she checks her swing, but it's a called strike anyway, and Stephanie gets even 1-1. Bottom of the 6th here at Whitten Field. The Cougars scored 2 in the first, but Stephanie has thrown up zeros ever since. This one's hit in the left field, little blooper, but it'll go foul. So the count will go to 1-2, with Fuentes leading from second. In the top of the 7th for Palomar, they'll have the bottom 2 in their lineup with Elise Haas, Angelique Schermerhorn, and then the top with Allison Amato. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Stephanie. And misses low and inside. And it runs the count to 2-2. And Stephanie with a bit of a sly grin toward the home plate umpire. He's been giving that low and inside call all day on right-handers, but didn't give it to her there. Stephanie now will go back to work with the 2-2 pitch and just gets a piece of it as Engelbrecht to stay alive as it goes back to the screen. Sabrina 0 for 2, also with a ground out to Russell Millen at second back in the 2nd inning. But an opportunity to bring home a run bigger than none other in this game. And 2-2 pitch misses low and inside, and Engelbrecht has worked the count full. Emery Munoz, this one's chopped right back to the circle. Stephanie able to pick it and make the flip to first for the final out of the inning. So a base hit. The Cougars can add an insurance run though. Sam Flores is going to go back out to the circle and try to close this one out. Cougars leading 2-1.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
We go to the top of the 7th. Sam Flores looking to get the final 3 outs and put the icing on what would be a Game 2 victory and a split of a doubleheader between the Cougars and Palomar here this afternoon. Destiny Ciceros will pinch hit for Elise Haas to lead things off. Cisneros fouls the first pitch overhead, and it's going to come right into the stands here in front of me. Didn't bring my mitt today. So Cisneros swinging at the first pitch she sees from Flores and fouls it back to make the count 0-1. Cisneros hitting .317 on the year with a .364 on base percentage as she takes a pitch in and on the feet to even things up at 1-1. One of the very scarce left-handers we've seen out of this Palomar lineup today, and perhaps maybe that is why Lacey Kraft opted for the pinch hitter. She hits this one to the right side. Engelbrecht picks it up for her first herself for the first out of the 7th inning. Now Lacey Kraft will come and chat with the home plate umpire, and she's going to make another change.
Number 21, Ayanna Hernandez.
And it will be Ayanna Hernandez, and in fact another left-hander. So perhaps that is the strategy for Palomar head coach Lacey Kraft, as Ayanna Hernandez stands in. This just her 17th at-bat of the season, but 7 hits in that time. It's good for a .438 average, a small sample size, but she also has 8 RBIs. Nobody on base to drive in right now as she takes the 2-0 pitch on the corner. Rather, it was a 1-0 pitch, and that evens things up at 1-1. Can never depend on the scoreboard. You always got to use your eyes, right? So 1-1 on Hernandez as Sam Flores looks to close out Game 2 here for the Cougars. And Hernandez fouls this one off to the left, and Flores is ahead 1-2. Allison Amato waits on deck as Hernandez fouls this one down the left field line, and will do it again. Sam Flores with a 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd as well as the 5th. Other than that, has allowed just 5 hits this afternoon, including the solo shot off the bat of Terrazas. And she tries to get Hernandez to chase on the off-speed pitch, but Ayanna lays off, and it runs the count even to 2-2. Flores did not deal with one single leadoff runner in any of her 7 innings work today. Her 1-2 comes in on the hands of Hernandez, and it's fouled back to the screen. Palomar, meanwhile, has left 6 runners on base, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the sixth. 2-2 pitch from Flores is a beautiful off-speed pitch and a called strike 3 for the second out. Sam Flores going to the changeup and freezes Hernandez, who takes strike 3 called for the second out of the 7th inning. And it'll bring in Allison Amato with Palomar down to their final out now. The first strikeout of the afternoon coming for Sam Flores, and at a perfect time. First pitch to Amato misses wide, 1-0. Sam Flores spinning an absolute gem here in Game 2 at Whitten Field. Looking to give the Cougars a split of the doubleheader with the Comets. The 1-0 pitch is hit in the left field, and Brianne Tall is under it, and she makes the catch for the final out of the inning. And now the home plate umpire has said the game is not over. And we don't have any reason for what just happened there. Bree Tall made the catch for what should have been the final out of the game, but he came out and put his hand up, and now Amato is still at the plate. The 1-1 pitch is hit deep to right center field. Going back is Fuentes. It one-hops the wall. Fuentes is up with it. She gets it back into the infield, but it's a 2-out double for Allison Amato. And we're still very confused here, as you might be. Bree Tall made a catch in left field for what should have been the final out of the game. The home plate umpire came in front of home. We're still trying to figure it out. Someone has pointed out that there perhaps was an interference call with some fans brushing into a fence out there. But in any case, it changed the entire complexion of the game. The ball's hit in the left center field off the bat of Martinez, though, and Brianne Tall makes the catch. And I can confirm for the final out of the ball game. So the Cougars had to get a couple extra outs in this one thanks to the home plate umpire. But they do so anyway. Sam Flores spins an absolute gem, and the Cougars split the doubleheader with Palomar. They win this one 2-1. For the Cougars, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. For Palomar, 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. We thank you for joining us, and we invite you to join us on Tuesday at 2:30 for another edition of Cougars Softball. It'll be Sophomore Day as the Cougars take on their conference foe, Antelope Valley College. We thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt Frieda.